Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're here with another classic Who. If you want the full uncut, unedited reaction, you can head over to Patreon, listed in the description below, where you can access up to the Underwater Menace Part 3. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to be said, or anything to be said about the last story. I'm doing my best to try and forget it, frankly. But yeah, this is the War Machines Part 1. Hopefully this story is a lot better. I'll be interested to read your comments about the last story, the Gunfighters. I think that will be very interesting to see what people thought about that, whether they like it or dislike it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else to be said, so without further ado, let's just get straight on into this episode. That's an interesting opener. I don't recall him doing something like that before. I don't think we've heard them do that TARDIS sound either. Like, you know, the typical coming into land sort of from the sky.
I got that pricking sensation. That sensation again, the same, just as I had when I thought the Daleks were near.
Daleks? Who are they?
Oh, wait, the War Machines. We're gonna see the Daleks.
No, and I pray that you never will. I really must investigate it.
I don't think I ever saw the post office tower, like when I was in London in 2013 and 2020. That being said, I didn't look up very much.
Doctor, look. Isn't it terrific?
Ah, Doctor. I understand.
You don't understand.
Well, perhaps it'll be clearer tonight.
Oh, tonight, sir?
Yes, of course. Press conference. I thought your visit.
I'm not sure the world could ever work well enough to,
Very exciting.
Exciting.
you know,
Look,
create
my secretary, Polly.
a centralized
Now, Polly's pretty smart. A cracking title.
computer.
Right? Also rather a cheeky one at times. Well, now, this machine, which I call Votan.
You call what?
Votan, spelled W-O-T-A-N, will operating thought analog.
Yes, quite
Yes.
right.
Well, now, Votan can not only think faster than Polly or myself, it can also type faster.
True? Right, so. And it never makes mistakes.
And although you could have the saying that you put all your eggs in one basket by using one centralized computer.
You have invented a machine that can think,
Yes.
and
What does the word TARDIS mean? Doctor?
well, what does it say, my dear? Just sit down for a moment. Pardon me, sir. Tell me, what part does it...
I think that would be pretty cool, but I also know the risks of such a thing.
Yes, but in this case, a slightly different one.
Yes, I wonder...
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, fine, thank you.
And that's what sci-fi loves to do. They love to explore the risks.
Oh, no, it feels like it, though.
Well, see? He's no great advertisement for the most with-it place in town, is he? Couldn't you cheer him up just a little? All right, Kitty, leave it to us. Stand by, Dodo. This looks like a rescue mission. The Navy's in trouble. Excuse me. Well, hello. We met the other night, remember?
I think I do.
You think you do? I must have made a big impression.
Oh, no, it's not that.
What is it then? Must be something pretty big not to have noticed me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, he says he's sorry.
Well, there's no law against sitting here, is there?
Well, there should be when you've got that look on
It's of humour.
That's
Try me. I've got a great sense of humour. Anything for a giggle.
Please take me out of the way.
Jeez.
Oh, come on, darling. I know your type. You'll have a better time with me than with old Shorty there.
What's that?
Oh, get lost.
Let her go.
Look, go and play with your toy boat, half pint.
Let go of her.
Gee, we got a bar fight.
Let's try it, mate. I'll chop you little bits.
Okay. Damn.
What's all this?
Nothing. One of your customers wants to go home. You want to be careful who you encourage.
You conceited little...
Ooh,
I'm
jeez.
trying to help.
That's...
Thank you,
Ben Jackson. You know, me, sir.
For the whole world. Now, have you got any questions?
Roy Stone.
Telstar, is that American?
Put a great deal of power into the hands of whoever operates Bolton.
No one operates. Now, gentlemen, I must apologize for the absence of Professor Brett. I'm sure he'll be along in a moment or two, if you will just bear with us. It is, after all, his show.
I have to go now. I am already very late for an important meeting. Good night.
You wanted something, Professor?
Have you been here all day, Major?
Yes, of course.
Are you sure this building's properly screened?
If you have any complaint,
I
Professor...
have. There's someone in this part of the building.
I'm sorry, sir, not at all possible. We have the complete...
It's ridiculous. I must be imagining things. It's quite ridiculous. What do you want?
I'm sure there must have been something very important that prevented him coming. Ah, Professor Brett.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry I was not able to attend. It was unavoidable.
Well, now that you're here, perhaps you'll talk to the gentleman.
I want to see Professor Crimpton.
I beg your pardon. They've been waiting.
It's urgent. Professor Crimpton.
It says White House, right?
Quite all right, thank
Would the United States government
No.
really put
No
their,
comment. This way, Crimpton.
you know, their security in the hands of another country so easily? I don't know. I'm not American. Or an American politician, so...
Oh, excuse me, are you the doctor that Professor Brett telephoned?
Yes, I am, Sir Charles.
Oh, I'm glad. Will you look after the doctor?
I wonder.
Does the doctor suspect?
I wonder.
Doctor does seem to know things other people. So he's head of security. It would make sense that the machine would want to subjugate him.
Yes. Yes, I understand.
I love the way her mannerisms just changed.
Brett, I must say it's rather odd to break up a meeting like that and drag me off at this time of night.
I have no choice, Crimpton.
No choice. Now, what do you mean?
You will soon understand.
Oh, look here, Brett. I'll stay a couple of minutes. I think it's a bit much.
Nothing is too much.
What are you talking about? What's the matter?
Pretty much, yeah.
Sir in.
That's the
You've
typical
worked
way.
hard, old chap. You've gone completely off your rocker.
And this is sort of interesting because it is very much one of the fears of AI.
He's gone round the bend. He's gone mad.
He is not mad, Professor Crimpton.
Machines cannot govern man. I will not.
That's very, very good. I like that. But it is a concern that one day we will
What
put
do you want?
all our bags in computers, you know,
I don't know. Surely
to the
she
point
wouldn't have
where
said the word
they
to
can
us.
make decisions
So
for
she's
us.
a nice bird, friendly. We're not stuck up like you, Duchess.
Look, don't call me Duchess. I'm worried about Dodo. I'm supposed to be looking after her. You know, showing her around.
You, that's a laugh.
Yeah. It is our night for surprises. What do you want in here? Oh, it's the doctor. Do you know him? He's Dodo's boss. He looks like that disc jockey.
I find you both here. Well, I hope Dodo and your...
There is one
Doctor is
special
understandably
brain
worried.
Votan needs. The task of leading this brain here to serve Votan will be an extremely delicate matter. It has been arranged.
Someone is coming.
The fourth member, called here to receive orders. The doctor's secretary.
The hell? Doctor? Okay. Very good episode. I enjoyed that. And this whole, you know, sort of design of the closing and the opening sort of scenes. I think that last one was Doctor Who is required, bring him here. I think that's what it said. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you think that it is Doctor Who is required? Or do you think it's Doctor Who is required? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Anything else? Yeah, we're introduced to these two. Well, let's break it down. We'll do it in the breakdown. Okay, so the TARDIS lands, Dodo and the Doctor come out. Stephen's obviously left the TARDIS. Policeman tries to get in, but can't. Oops. Then we're sort of introduced to this computer called Votan, is it? I'm pretty sure it's Votan. But I don't know if it's spelt with a W. I didn't take note there. Basically, this professor is saying that it never makes mistakes. This episode's very interesting for me, being an IT geek and working in IT. This sort of premise of intelligent computers really appeals to me. The Doctor's a little skeptical about him creating a machine that can never get anything wrong. He tries it, and it even knows what TARDIS stands for, so whether it can read minds or not sure. Because it can obviously control minds, but whether it can read them or not. Dodo sort of blanked out a bit. Then she's talking to Polly, and they decide to go clubbing. Then we're introduced to Ben. I'm pretty sure that's it, if I get the names wrong or mistaken. And of course we have this creep in the background. She tries to cheer Ben up, but Ben becomes a bit defensive and not sort of taking the humour as it should be. Then we end up with like a barroom brawl between two guys, basically fighting over Polly. Not surprising, it happens. Guys we still tend to fight over women, just the same as we did when we were in caves. It's like the oldest thing. Polly's, what Ben said about Polly encouraging him, that's not the nicest thing, or the best thing to say, but generally speaking, this story's been good, and it's only the first part. Then we come to a press conference where they're talking about computers and linking them all up. You have here like Kate Kennedy and the White House, and as I asked in the episode, do you really think the Americans would put the secure data and the, I guess you should say, commands of their computers in the hands of a computer within a foreign power? I don't know. Then they're sort of, making jokes about computer becoming self-aware and deciding humans. Professor Green, is it? Oh no, it's Major Green and Professor... But I don't know. I'm sure I'll pick them up as I go along. Next episode, maybe. He's afraid he's being watched, but that's not the case. That may be a result of the computer, or it could be just he's overworking, tired, and paranoia can be associated with fatigue sometimes. Here the professor is taken over by the machine. Then the professor comes to the press conference, and is it Professor Crimpy, or I don't know. Professor Brett, I think that one on the left is Professor Brett. Picks him up and takes him back to the post office tower. I don't think it's the post office tower anymore. I think it's called something else. Then this, I'm guessing he's like head of some sort of computer society. He's a bit concerned that there's something wrong with the computer. The chief security guard is basically taken over. He calls Dodo, and she becomes also controlled by Votan. And then this man tries to prevent himself from being taken over, but it just doesn't work. Then we have Ben and Polly telling the doctor that Dodo's disappeared. Dodo comes to the post office tower, and Votan tells her that she has to bring the Doctor, or Doctor Who, however you take that, what that was saying. Yeah, basically telling her to get him, so I'm guessing Votan can take him over. That would be interesting. Okay, so that was my breakdown of this Classic Who, the War Machines Part 1. And yeah, I really like this first episode. Again, that may be because I'm really into computers. I'm very much an IT geek. I'm not sure. But I'll certainly be interested to see how this story develops, you know. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else, because really I like to save judgment on the way of scoring. I prefer to do it on a story level. I believe this one is 4 episodes. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, but that's all for now. I will see you next time. Bye.